Not so much, Darkstar. How's it going? Rainax, Buckin, did you pick up and have you started playing Fallout 4 and Mega Man? No. What's the deal with the Nintendo Direct on Thursday? Today, we're continuing our playthrough of Metroid Prime 3. It's been pretty productive so far, I would say. This game kind of has a return dungeon similar to the one in Phantom Hourglass, but it's not as severe. You're not as expected to return there often. You don't have to like repeat any puzzles. No, what's that? Eventually, Darkstar, yeah. Probably not right away. I imagine there's going to be maybe 2 Final Fantasy XIV streams in 2015. The one this Saturday and maybe an upcoming Saturday in December. That'll wrap up Heaven's Word, and then we'll see what we can make room for in 2016. Okay. Thank you for the reminder. There's going to be a Nintendo Direct on Thursday. Cool. They usually announce cool stuff. No, I haven't, Buckin. That sounds kind of awesome. Today we're playing Metroid Prime 3 for 3 hours. We're going to go until 3 o'clock Pacific, and then we're switching to Final Fantasy X. Alright, let's see. Seed time. Probably get a boss fight. That's a bummer if it's true, Buckin. They used to be doing those pretty frequently, though. Ah, I see. Okay, we'll revisit it. Yeah, right, Mega Man? Back when in Water, they were doing Nintendo Directs like maybe once a month or so, right? Or am I misremembering? It seemed like it was pretty common. Okay, let's get ready for what is almost certainly going to be a boss fight. It's kind of been the shtick so far whenever we go into one of these seeds. Last one wasn't terribly hard. Whoa, hold on one sec, guys. Sorry, hold on, this might be an emergency. Yeah, one sec, guys. That might be an emergency call. Sorry about that. We're good. Andrea called me. She's in Washington, D.C. and forgot the time difference. I thought it might be an emergency. Phone structure, multiple weak points. They were hit simultaneously. Right, okay. Hi, Ben. Can I help you, buddy? We should be able to move on here. Oh, do we still need to, like, shoot it? I guess we do. Let's just, like, shoot it to death. Maybe hyper mode shoot it to death. I guess we can just hyper mode again. Yeah. Come on. Ben, I can't see the king, buddy. Can you do that? Okay. There's probably not a boss in this room, right? There's no way that this big circular arena can include a boss fight. And he keeps rubbing his face on the Wiimote. Helios. Hi, Ben. Helios is using the swarm bots to form a fast-moving ball of energy. Avoid contact with the sphere. That's not avoiding contact with the sphere. It might be that we need a boost ball around here. It becomes vulnerable at some point. Can't hit him with that. We can try... Oh, okay. Eventually they disperse. Let's see what it says here. 5 separate bots to maintain form. Destroy them simultaneously. Okay. Might be too late. But we have a short window to be able to hit him here. Okay, cool. I think we're good. New phase. Okay. Whoa. Don't want him to touch you. I gotta dump this energy. Whoa. Okay, hold up. I think my battery died. Today's just great interruptions, right? I'll be right back. Replace. Yes, I do give Ben catnip sometimes. He gets pretty silly about it when he has it. Okay, we gotta dump all this excess energy. He might not be accessible right now. He's in that form. I think we're gonna have to do stuff where we're... Okay, so he's gonna go into his little ball forms, and then we can do while he's in that, I don't think. Maybe we can knock him out of it. We can try. We can kind of sort of hit him, it looks like. Ow. Come on. This is a cool boss fight, though. Okay, yeah, so you do break him out of it eventually, it looks like. Here we gotta target his little 5 orbs around him. Where'd you go, buddy? Oh, he's so close to being dead. We're not gonna get him, though. Got him. Whew, that was close. I wasn't sure that was gonna happen. Take God of War 3, Buckin. The Helios, the deity. I haven't played the third God of War. I think I beat the first one, maybe played half of the second one. I never played the third one. Oh man, what we get? Hyper missile. Yeah, so last time we got the hyper bomb. So I'm guessing that each time we get this, it increases our corruption in exchange for getting the new upgrades. Alright. I think I really dig this game. This might be my favorite of the Metroid Prime trilogy. I'll have to keep playing it to see if I think that's true or not, but... I'm going to use those to exit the room, I'm guessing. Yeah. It's cool how quickly they shoot. I think that's going to do it, right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll try to take a look at her scanning visor to see how bad the Phazon cancer is. I have played Metroid Fusion. It's a good game. We'll do it on stream. Done. It's kind of like a QTE. Press A to start cutscene. Right. Cool. Cool girls don't look at explosions. Where are we headed? Yeah, right, Mega Man. Exactly. Hey, Yukupo. How you doing? What's up, Scalds?
Elysia is now free of further corruption, Samus. Both Leviathans have been removed from Federation space. You have once again performed admirably.
And that's definitely not going to be the end of it.
However, the threat is not over.
It's going alright. Working on stream stuff. Got some changes in on the YouTube channel. Caught up on a bunch of outdated uploads. You were waiting to see videos on YouTube for the past couple weeks of streaming. They should all be on there now and loaded correctly.
We received word from a reconnaissance unit that an emergency GF communication capsule has been found. Analysis has uncovered a message from Gandrayda, sent while she was searching.
I think this was the mime, like the mimic chick. He's like a shapeshifter.
This is her last message right before she disappeared. To our surprise, the message indicates that a Leviathan has also impacted the pirate Homeworld, which suggests that pirates are now enhancing their military forces with Phazon.
That'd be pretty great, Mega Man. I'm not holding my breath, though.
Very quickly. It's as if the planet itself is transforming into pure Phazon.
That seems pretty bad.
This corruption could spread to the entire galaxy. The time to act is now.
That's a pretty big deal. The whole galaxy?
And stop the spread of further corruption. To that end, the Federation is planning a full-scale assault on the pirate Homeworld.
I'm sure they're going to be really helpful.
The attack will commence as soon as our preparations are complete. We have marked the location of the pirate Homeworld on your map. And Samus, be on the lookout for Gandraya.
She's going to be my friend, right? I'm not going to have to fight her. Awesome, Yukupo. Yeah. 2 is good. It's easy to get lost in it. I would recommend like setting aside a bunch of time and just playing it without stopping for as long as possible. Oh, do I have... What's over here? Oh, I see. That makes sense. 3 is I'm enjoying it a lot here on my second pass, especially with the context of having just played 1 and 2. Excited to get to the 2D games after this, though. Yeah. I'd like to see another 2D Metroidvania as well. I hope that response to Other M hasn't poisoned the well for Nintendo in that regard. I really like the way they make the different worlds stand out from each other. They do a good job with it. You could call, technically yes, Zero Mission Infusion, but you could probably get away with calling Other M a 2D Metroid game. It's more like 2.5D. Yeah. I'll probably end up playing Other M, like, legitimately, not on bad game day, because I'm sure the gameplay is still decent. It's just the story that's atrocious, and I like to approach it from a critical eye and actually play through the whole thing myself. Pirate cargo drone. Cool. Let's get moving. What are these things? Have we seen these before? Hyper mode. Oh, I guess we may have seen them before, but you don't get any special scan if they're in hyper mode. Hey, Scald, how you doing? Scald like a Scandinavian bard? Alright, let's... Spare class turn. Explosive attacks. Oh my god. Tons of those. There might be one where it wants me to use the hyperspace missile to like shoot it in one kill. Be curious to follow a speedrunner and see like how they kill everything using the hyper mode. Cool. What was it? Snorri Sturluson? Use nearby terminal. Dot power. Energized terminal. Okay, don't have that ability yet. That's gonna be a purple beam we're gonna get later. Our mission. Phazon was discovered 2 stellar years ago, and since that moment, command has been driven to control it all. 2 operations have been established at tremendous cost. Both have failed thanks to the accursed hunter, Samus Aran. So the 2 operations would be Metroid Prime 1 and 2. Your Federation allies now move to secure what little Phazon remains on the planet Ether. This we cannot allow. We, the crew of the battleship Colossus, swear to take that Phazon or die trying. Alright! Yeah, I like the, following the Poetic Edda and so on, fitting into Norse mythology. Is this your favorite Metroid game, Skull? Do you have a favorite in this series? Advanced Visor system required to use terminal. I don't have one of those. Alright, all kinds of cool stuff I can do here when I come back. Think of the Metroid titles, the 2D ones are my favorite. Particularly Super Metroid and Zero Mission, but the Prime games are really, really good as well. Going up the elevator. Okay, let's see. Probably can't get that. Unable to use from this side. That leads me to believe that we need to go to the next floor. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is clearly worse when you look at the scanning visor. You can see how it's like spreading across her face. It's all veiny. That's a really nice effect, especially since you could see that reflection in the first game. And the second game. I would advise that you not play Metroid for the NES. Zero Mission is a GameCube remake, and it might possibly be the greatest like remake of an old game ever made. It's perfect, I think. I think if you play Zero Mission for the Game Boy Advance, you should be able to pick it up online. You get it on Virtual Console. Um, I think that'll give you the full Metroid 1 for the NES experience. That's a really great way to start out. Super Metroid is pretty popularly considered to be one of the best Metroid games, or the best Metroid game. It's as iconic to the series, I would say, as Link to the Past is to Zelda. So that's a good starting point. I wouldn't do Fusion first. Fusion's really, really good. It's a little bit more linear than the other titles, but you should probably play that after doing either Zero Mission or Super Metroid. No, what's the FPS issues with Fallout 4, Kami? Oh, I see. There's like acid rain here or something. She's about to tell us about it.
Gandrayda's communication capsule has revealed additional information concerning the pirate facility.
I would also avoid Metroid 2 at the moment. That's the one other 2D Metroid game. Not because it's a bad game, but just because it hasn't aged very well. It's for the original Game Boy. Someone is working on a Metroid 2 remake, but it's been in development hell for like 6 years, so who knows if we're ever actually going to see it.
We believe there is a
I wouldn't go to that one unless if you're really starved for Metroid content at the end of the day.
The gate in this room appears to be its main entrance. It will be impossible to go through that area unless you can find protection from the acid rain.
Alright. Acid rain. Gotcha. Get past the acid rain. Which I don't have the ability to do. I can hide under it. In certain places. Drain the device of power. Okay, I don't have that power either. Yeah, well, I mean, people were worried that Nintendo wasn't developing Metroid Prime and that it was going to be a first-person shooter. That just sounds like a recipe for disaster. Alert beacons attracted, no threat detected. Can I get around here? Cool, looks like I can. What can I do with this, if anything? Cables can be seen leading up to the ceiling. Probably can't do anything with them though, right? I'd love to be able to get up there, but I don't think I can. I'll probably come out there from a different direction. The cables are nice though. This is like the stuff they added to the Zelda 3DS remakes to kind of help with conveyance, let you know where you're intended to go. Gotta be a way to get over there, right? Hear that screaming sound. That's because we're getting hit by the acid rain that's in here. There's definitely some tubes up there, but how we go about accessing them is a mystery to me at the moment. Yeah, those things don't get alerted in my presence. That's really weird, Kami. Did they use a new engine for it? I could have sworn they were just using the same engine they had in, I guess that sounds like Bethesda. This mechanical gate cannot be opened from this side of the room. I don't think we can get the acid rain protection on this planet. There must be somewhere we can go that responds to the new ability we just learned, which is the hyper missiles. I'm not entirely sure where that is, but I can just go to each planet and poke around and try to figure it out. If anyone in chat knows Metroid Prime 3 well and knows whether I am actually supposed to leave the planet at this point, or if I can get the acid rain protection without leaving, I would appreciate that feedback, because I assume I have to leave. Oh, Skyrim has the same issues? No way. Huh. Hey, Pocket Squish, how you doing? Come on, there you go, Wiimote. I think we have to go to zoom out in the corner. Oh, you know, I think we have the spider ball now. That's probably what we're actually supposed to do here. I'm gonna go pop out and check out that room one more time here. I'm pretty sure this game would tell you to leave the planet and go somewhere else if it knew you had to do that. Like, it told us to leave Elysia and go to Brio earlier. Alright. Yeah, that is what you're kind of supposed to do, isn't it? That's what kills him in one hit anyway. Let's go to the 3rd floor. Wow, is there any commentary from Bethesda as though they're trying to fix it? I don't think I see anything spider ball over here. There was something over in the right area. Yeah, that drains you really bad. Hey, Reaper Cheap, Flarewing, how you guys doing? Let's try the 2nd floor, maybe. You can also look at the map proper. Courtyard, get past the acid rain. There's something marked there on the right side. That might be what we need to get to. Yeah, is it maybe not an issue for consoles? Is it just a PC issue? Oh, right. Okay, so the wires block our access into a little tunnel there that we can't get to just yet. Gotcha. So the console's being capped solves the problem. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That's pretty easy to miss. Glad I checked. I'm doing alright, Cheap. Good to see you. This might not be... No, I think that's a secret we can find somewhere else. Oh, this is kind of cool. Go 2 different ways. This might get me to that missile expansion. Yeah. Nice. Probably won't play Fallout 4 for a while. I'll likely do it on stream as part of a full playthrough of the series, like Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4. Might do the original games, but since they're so different, I haven't made a clear decision on that yet. Ah, cool. These are the things that I take to that like central dungeon and bring back with me. Ghoul came in. Alright. That's what we wanted to happen. Everything's looking fine, everything's looking good. Those of you in the chat who are new, hey, I'm Marstead. I'm trying to play through and beat every awesome single-player game ever made live on stream, knowing that there's too many to play all of them. The Metroid series are among those awesome games. Now, once or twice a week, typically on Mondays and Tuesdays, we set aside a few hours to play through them. So if you're just here for Metroid, just keep an eye on the schedule. It'll be back. After we beat Metroid Prime 3, we'll probably go on to the 2D games. You can check some of the earlier playthroughs of the series on YouTube. Otherwise, other games on the schedule right now include Zelda, Final Fantasy, Valkyria Chronicles, Mass Effect. Any game that's awesome. Guys are hyper-moded again, aren't they? Yeah. At least it's easy to switch through that, and it doesn't have a huge penalty for activating it. Alright, let's get dangerous. I don't think there's anything we can do with that at the moment. Drop down. Yo. He's also in hyper. I'm trying to find one that's not in hyper mode. I don't think I've seen a regular one before. I'd like to scan one. That one might not be. I think he just went into it. Disregard. I'm guessing a lot of the stuff on this planet is in hyper mode since it's mostly covered in phase-on. Yeah, when I think Bethesda, I don't think polish. Like Square Enix is a company that makes polished games. Blizzard is a company that makes polished games. Valve is the one that makes polished games. That doesn't mean they're bad. Like, I don't think that polish is a prerequisite for a game to be very good. Lots of really good games that are kind of rough around the edges. Oh, interesting. Alright, we'll try going in there first and see what happens. Looks like progress will back up. Maybe there's like a missile expansion or something in there. No, this feels like progress. Hopefully this thing rises back up. Another company that does cool games that are not very polished is, do I not have the spider ball? No, I think I was making that up, aren't I? I guess I don't. Thought I had it. Anyway, Obsidian makes cool games that are very, very, very rough around the edges. Come on. There you go. Let's go. I think there's something to be said for putting in the extra work and going to the trouble of polishing your game. It usually means that you can't stick to your launch title. Like, you notice the reason Nintendo games almost never come out on the originally announced launch date is because they're taking the extra time to polish them. Pretty sure that Fallout 4, for example, they announced the launch date a while ago, and did they ever push it back? I don't know. Cool level design feature here. This one is orange. The one we just came through is blue, so it's easy to tell where you came from. Otherwise, it would be a pretty easy area to get lost in. It makes me wonder if I'm gonna get the spider ball soon. Still can't bust up the phase-on walls there. Strong impact destroy. Oh, is that? No. Okay. Guess when they say invulnerable to my weapons, they're not kidding, huh? Need to get a new visor for that. What's this guy? X-ray visor. Cool. Yeah. Well, I guess there's sort of an issue with the way we do game reviews then, right? Right now, the way the whole thing is set up, games only get one review. We don't revisit them after things have been patched. It's still based on the old system when you couldn't patch a game when the first release was all you had. And I don't think that's an excuse for reviewers to give it a higher rating because they expect technical issues will be corrected. But I almost wonder, like, does a game that has unexpected launch bugs deserve to be permanently lambasted because of the bugs at launch when they are going to get fixed in some time? I don't think they deserve a pass, but until we come up with a different system, maybe we need to rank those two things separately. Like, what's the quality of the game overall, and then what's the polish of the game? I don't think you're gonna find anyone who's gonna really rate those separately, though. Oh, cool. Oh, this is a really cool puzzle. So it tells you the pattern, but you can only see it in X-ray. X. Yeah, I plan to do Life is Strange on stream eventually. Same here, Yukupo. I stopped paying attention to reviews a while ago. Yeah. Not a big fan of Gawker, but I liked Kotaku's system for a while, where they were just giving a... They were almost doing like an Ebert, Siskel and Ebert thing, where they were like, here's a list of all the things we liked about this game, here's the things we didn't like, and then here's whether we think you should play it or not. Rather than trying to do numbers or anything like that. I'd like to see more folks go in that direction. Then again, I feel like the games journalism folks are kind of getting supplanted by popular Twitch streamers. They actually mentioned this at TwitchCon, that a lot of the developers are more worried about what the biggest Twitch streamers are going to say about their game than what, IGN is going to say. So, this isn't going to let us go somewhere that we previously could. Can't do anything in here. Can't climb the spider ball because we don't have it. Might still be something else we can do. This stuff, though. Section of the conveyor belt appears to be movable. Connected to a nearby terminal. Am I able to move it again, or is that just how I got them in here? Huh. Must be a different way out of here, right? It can't be that one since I don't have the more... Let me check my items real quick. The Metroid Prime 1, you're saying, Scald? Yeah, we got the bomb and the boost ball, but we don't have the spider ball yet, so we can't get out of here this way. We can't destroy this thing. We could try hitting those, maybe they're gonna do something. Oh, I see. Drop one of those on the door, that's how we get out, I think. There we go. Cool. Hey, puppies and muscles, how you doing? Don't have green doors yet. This might be the missile. High frequency beam weapons, disregard. It's going to be a different thing we're going to get later. This is the X-ray terminal. Ha! You can see her hand inside the gun. That's really cool. This is a very polished game. All three of the Metroid Prime games are polished, I would say. Pelvis. There we go. And they mentioned that the lady who shapeshifts is here, so it's almost certain we're going to have to fight her later. Stowaway. Our attempts to intercept the Federation ship departing Ether were unsuccessful. With them went a collection of Phazon. Ether is the site of Metroid Prime 2. First to fall in Federation hands, they foolishly left most of the Phazon behind, allowing us to quickly collect what we could. But in our haste, we took more than mere Phazon. Our scanners have detected the remains of Dark Samus, who has revived herself within our Phazon storage. Luckily, or surely we're cursed. The fiendish shrew consumed all the Phazon, then wiped out a third of the crew in a matter of minutes. Now she moves at will through the halls of Colossus, using her witchery to beguile the minds of the crew. We're unable to call for aid, and only a few of us remain to stand against her. All is lost. Exactly, Yukupo. The Miyamoto quote is, a delayed game is good eventually, a bad game is bad forever. I think that's true. Like, even if Bethesda patches stuff or lets the fans fix it, like, it kind of tarnishes the legacy of the games. 3 energy cords, no shit. Good number of energy cords. I want all those. You're saying the one space pirate down there doesn't show up in X-ray. Could be because they're phase on. Let's keep moving. Can't do anything with that yet. Hey, what's up, guys? Assault pirate trooper. Armor deflects missile attacks, model to beam weapons. I got that. Really do like that hyper mode. Very, very smart decision. Metroid Prime 1 and 2 probably could have benefited from it.
This is Federation Trooper NZG-41. Can anyone read me? Over. Repeat, this is Federation Trooper.
Dark Samus is pretty creepy, but I don't think you can really beat the SAX that's in Metroid Fusion. Like, that's legit, almost horror game.
I'm transmitting on an encoded channel. I was taken prisoner during the attack on Norian, but I've managed to escape. I have information about how to bypass the acid rain and get through to the seed. I don't know how long I can evade capture. I'm
Cool. Getting coordinates, learning where to go. Oh, can I land there? Possibly. As another one of those things we talked about on stream a little bit, that like, I feel like Metroid should fundamentally be a lonely game. Most of the titles are. You never really interact with anybody else. If there is any dialogue, it's very minimal. Oh, I see. That's cool. But Metroid Prime 3 kind of violates that. A little bit in 2 as well. I guess Metroid Prime 1 does it the best, where there's really no conversation whatsoever. Yeah, they're both pretty freaky. Mega Man, I would agree. Absolutely. I got a missile expansion. They make those feel really important in this. Alright. So, I think we're gonna go... We can fly to this new area. There you go, Samus. There's a Futurama episode where Fry goes to press a button and just completely misses it, presses the wall. Other M. Fills me with great sadness. I will play it on stream. I understand that the gameplay is not terrible. It's the story that's terrible. So it'll be good to play and give it a critical eye. There's a couple games that are pretty polarizing that I intend to play on stream anyway, despite not obviously meeting the criteria for awesome game. Those are Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy XIII, and Metroid Other M. What's the Pixel Hunt components called? I actually have never played Other M. I understand why it's much maligned. Like, I've seen clips of the story and it's fairly atrocious. They're just like really, really hard things you have to find that are barely hidden. Oh no, we have to get there normally, but we could maybe fly there. Alright, well, now we have the X-ray visor, so there's more things for us to interact with. Final Fantasy VIII is much easier to say is a great game, I think. I don't hate Final Fantasy VIII. I have a complex opinion of the game. And 13, you know, by all definitions, is a good polished game. Like, there's lots of good gameplay in there. It plays well. Just it has lots of issues that we'll talk about when we play it. no indication of what you're looking for, that's frustrating. Yeah, I feel like Retro does a pretty good job of that in this one. Seriously? That's pretty ridiculous, Mega Man. I might need to do that then, Scald, if it's that bad. I might need to follow it with a guide. The main reason I want to play that is that I want to be more educated in my opinion of it. Because right now I'm kind of borrowing that opinion from everybody who says it sucks in some of the cutscenes I've seen. I can't believe that it's just absolute garbage, like, you know, worthy of less than a 60 or a 70 on Metacritic. It's got to have some redeeming qualities. But sometimes it's nice to play games like that on stream to compare them to other titles that do it right. You don't always notice when something is designed well. It's much easier to notice when it's designed poorly. Okay. That's reassuring, Scald. I'll play it for sure. We'll probably do it last. Well, it's like a 2D Metroid, so that has me excited. Yeah. It's also kind of fun to play it from a cautiously critical eye on stream, where I'm not just going into it and saying, let's just talk about how bad this is. So let's really try to think about what does it do well and what doesn't it do well. So I think it'll be cool to do that with Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy II is another one. I think 2 and 8 are more similar than a lot of people think, just because they have such an aggressive, innovative concept for character development that doesn't really work out at the end of the day. Okay, Mega Man, see you around. I do like that they made the map rooms critical in this. Like, you use them to be able to land places. It's another way that they integrated the ship into the game more, instead of it just being a set piece where you first touch down. I'd like to see them do ship integration in a 2D Metroid. That could be cool. Space Pirate. And, right? Never played Final Fantasy. I'm trying to think, what is the... If you've never played Final Fantasy before, what is the best one to start with? I want to tell people 6 because it's my favorite. Yeah, I'd say Kingdom Hearts counts. It's an action RPG Final Fantasy. It has the requisite characters. You spin. Cat hype in the bottom right corner. Structurally weak, but it's not a rip-off kind of thing. Okay. Neat. What else we got here? Fill my phase on. I think 6 might be on Steam. There's a remake of it on mobile that you could try. The graphics are a little bit different than the original release, but I think it still looks pretty good. Okay, cool. I was wondering if that counted or not. FF9's a good argument. I guess the only issue with FF9 is that it's a PS1 game, and while it's easily one of the best looking PS1 games, that can be a barrier to entry to people, since the PS1 and the N64 haven't aged terribly well. I personally think that the Super Nintendo art style is timeless, but I know people who disagree, so. Oh yeah? What's so cool about it, Kami? Yeah, no kidding, Scalds. We played Xenoblade on stream, and it is probably the longest game we've played so far. Didn't even try to 100% it. Yeah, that doesn't shock me, Buckin, based on how big Xenoblade Chronicles was.
Okay, Scott.
Hey, Skull, thanks for the follow. Good to have you. Unknown bioform is deceased. Subject appears to be part of a bioengineering experiment. Yeah, Yukupo, that's what makes me... I'm not sure whether Super Nintendo graphics really are timeless or if it's just my nostalgia. I've asked people who didn't grow up with them, and they're like, yeah, it looks alright, I guess. I'm like, alright, you guess. What is this shit? Alright, you guess. I think everybody can agree that anything starting around the PS2 looks fine today. That's probably the closest you can get to objective. The more stylized the title, the better, obviously. Yeah, I am gonna do a launch stream of Xenoblade Chronicles X. I don't think that's a huge game like Fallout 4 is. Probably still gonna be pretty popularly streamed for a while, but I kind of just want to check it out myself. Probably do a midnight stream and then bring it into the schedule every now and then after that. Toxic amounts of Phazon, huh? They spawn like little dudes. Phazon grub. Alright. I guess the Phazon itself doesn't really damage us at this point. Hey, Burner. How you doing, man? Whoa! Can you not? Oh yeah, Rainex? Cool. Yeah, I don't know, there's just something about that style that, to me, I don't think it can look bad. I guess it depends on what kind of game it is, but... Okay. What's going on here? Can't open from this side, huh? Oh, you're gonna jump up. Yeah, Earthbound is deliberately trying to mimic the appearance of Mother 1 for the NES, so it's kind of a standout among other Super Nintendo games. I still think it looks quite good. Yeah, right, Yukupo? Well, I think one of the really interesting things about pixel art and sprite graphics is that you have such little room to convey the detail you want to convey. And it's really impressive when you go and look at a sprite. You know, it's very hard to try to reproduce that style yourself. A single pixel can make a really big difference in what the sprite eventually looks like. You know, whether it's placed in the first place, what color it is. It feels like a very different discipline from systems that are kind of going for a photorealistic look. Where, granted, that's difficult, but they're directly trying to compare to something that's in real life. Alright, energy tank. Yeah, it looks like Undertale's a pretty retro game, I agree. Jump. Jump. Oh, what did that accomplish? Like a shortcut? I can get back up here easily enough. Let me go see what the deal is over here. I think this is that little crate that we just opened, though. No, maybe not. This looks like progress. Let's go the other way real quick. I just barely avoided what I think was an alarm bot there. Happened to move through it. One of these. I wonder if I can get that missile expansion yet. Let's see if we can. maybe I need to figure out what causes the floaty bugs to spawn. Although it might be that I have to come back here when I have the spider ball. Yeah, I think that stylized graphics tend to look better and will always, always, always age better than attempts at photorealism. Maybe this isn't the right way. Well, I guess we'll see. Maybe there's a way to get back on this side. Or maybe this is what leads to the spider ball. So many branching paths. Oh, okay. It loops around in a circle. Okay, it's not so bad. Yonk. Cool. Alright. Let's drop down. Ah, this is the one we skipped last time. Yeah, I don't mean to say stylistic is just better and there's no work that goes into doing things photorealistic. That's absolutely not true. It's a lot of work. Did you guys see this post on Reddit yesterday? This woman made a really cool StarCraft 3D printed costume for BlizzCon. And she has all these progress pictures talking about how she made it. Really impressive. That is a neat mechanic. Cool use of the Wiimote. I feel like this game was released late enough in the Wii's life cycle that they were able to use the Wiimote mechanics in a way that was tasteful, would be the word I'd use. It's not overdone. And they made the motions required fairly simple. There's no silly Twilight Princess stuff that you gotta do with the nunchuck, for example. Bye, Ben. Cat butt. Hey, Marcello. How you doing? Let's scan this thing. Yeah, I'll see if I can post the link here in a second. Somebody says it. Here, this is really neat. It's like 500 hours of 3D printing, modeling, printing, painting. Really impressive. Still got a ways to go before 3D printing is one of those, like, just load up the model and press print. You need 500 hours to do something like that. I think we might see it get there in our lifetimes. Console can't be used. Cool. Alright. Get moving. Hair ray burner. I like it though. It's a cool effect. I don't think they had that in the earlier titles with the X-ray. At least I don't think so. Could be wrong. Alright, I think we loop around this way. You have to take this way either way to get out. Unless if that's an exit right there, that could also be true. Oh, we haven't even been here yet. Right, this is back in the entrance. And it's a one-way door, which makes sense. Uh-oh. Alright, great. Shoot the beacon to reset the alarm. Not really resetting it so much as like destroying it. And when you have to be a certain speed to set that up. Commando pirates. Cloak and teleport. It's not cool. I think I automatically get the effect of a X-ray goggles when I'm in this. X-ray visor, I should say. Now they've introduced this idea of alarms summoning these guys at us. We gotta be careful. to not bring them down upon us unnecessarily. Yeah, 3D printing right now is still kind of like, it was like when DVDs first came out, Blu-rays first came out. Really expensive. I haven't been this way yet. Just go check it out. I don't know if I just unlocked this. Maybe this leads to a save room. Security system that uses light too faint for visors to detect. Okay. There are two of them. Okay, good. Let's see this one. No, I think once you trigger it, it goes away. Alright. Can't work through this. I think we need to get the wave beam to shoot through this. Right? Now they're actually telling us what the upgrade is. Activate switches to control. Match. He's back on. Ah, cool. That's pretty neat. So we can avoid it in both senses. You can use the X-ray to see behind the panel. First disciples. Our struggles have ended. She has shown us the error of our ways. Oh, gross. Dark Samus is controlling them. The way is now clear. I believe, I don't know if they were ever clear about this in Metroid Prime 2, but my theory, not actually remembering the truth from either game, is that Dark Samus is Metroid Prime, the entity we defeat at the beginning of the first game. She's like absorbed Samus's suit from Metroid Prime 1 and takes on her form. Anyway, all previous vows of fealty have been forsworn. We now pledge sole allegiance to our liberator, the Great One, Dark Samus. We bear a singular honor, we lucky few, for we are her first disciples. Our burden is a happy one, for we will pave the way to her glorious victory and cosmic rule. Let the light of Phazon lead us. So Kami, is there I mean, aside from it just being a fun activity, is there like good incentive to do that minion minigame you were talking about? Final Fantasy XIV? Let's see. Oh, snap. An ice missile door? The hell is that thing that he's holding? Still other dudes in here? No. Turned on the alarm. Where's the other one? Another one in here somewhere. Well, maybe it ends when I kill them. Yeah, looks like it's true. Gotcha, cool. Metroid tank barrier online emits a high-frequency pitch that keeps specimens docile. Don't actually... Oh, there are the Metroids. I'm coming in this room, I don't even notice them. Okay, alright. Setting us up here. Hey, Leon, how you doing? Zebus specimen. So, Metroid Zero Mission, also known as Metroid for the NES, is the first game in the timeline, and then the 3 Prime games happen. Zebus is where that game takes place. Also Metroid Prime 2, or Metroid... Try this again. Also Super Metroid is on Zebus. The Talon 4 specimen, that was Metroid Prime 1. SR388 is Metroid 2, but that hasn't happened yet. I think that Metroid 2 is after the Prime games. Observations on Metroids native to different planets display subtle variations in biological processes. Okay. That's how they're going to explain why they are different. Advanced visor system, I can do that. Control by nearby terminal. What's up with these things? All research into the subject's energy and abilities revealed inconclusive results. Is that like a dead Metroid that they've been testing? Looks like it. Hey people, how was your Fallout stream? Saw you playing it. Tossed you a host before I went to bed. Interact. Congrats, Leon! Alright. Dr. Leon. Add yet another physics PhD to the My wife is a astrophysicist, works out here at the Stanford Linear Accelerator Laboratory. I met her when she was earning her PhD in Columbus, Ohio, so a lot of my friends are in the physics community. Let's fix this thing. How are you celebrating, Leon? You taking some time off? Gandraya took about a month off or so after she defended. Oh, cool, Buckin. I think I have you followed. I'll make sure I have you in my auto host list. Give me a heads up if you start. If you want to try starting right after I finish streaming, I can host you right when we're done. You'll be on then. Alright, more energy cells. This is kind of a cool system, and you end up finding them automatically just by playing the game. It's less like the Chozo artifact hunt or the Sky Temple hunt in the first two games. There's probably a couple that you have to search for later on, but you tend to find them as part of the story. Which is cool. I mean, I defend the Chozo artifact and Sky Temple key hunt. There's a problem in Metroid where once you have all the upgrades, you kind of just move and beat the game and don't get to use all of them to solve puzzles, so it gives you an opportunity to use all of your upgrades in tandem, which I think is cool. Not trying to mess around with these things. Oh. Ain't even hassling with it. Those like eggs? Cool, Leon. Yeah. Can I bust them open? No. Could be cool if I could. Alright, what else is in here? It's sure to be activated. Power down. Yep. Power restored and auto cycling between floors. Interesting. Wonder if we're gonna have to fight something. Oh, right. Forgot that was there, didn't I? Okay. Let's not do that again. I think that they stay powered down for a while, so it doesn't just keep activating over and over, which is nice. A schedule update. We're playing Metroid Prime 3 for another 2 hours, after which we're switching to Final Fantasy X. Metroid Prime 3 will be back next week, Monday or Tuesday. At least the plan for now is to continue on with the other Metroid titles once we beat it. So far we've just beaten the 3 Prime games, or we're working through the 3 Prime games. They're short enough that I can justify that. Nice. So if you're just joining us, I am Marstead, and I'm trying to play through and beat every awesome game ever made, knowing that there's too many of them to get to all of them. We all have the Steam library problem where you have more games than you know what to do with and don't have time to play them all. So in addition to Metroid, we're also playing through like Final Fantasy, the Zelda series, Mass Effect. We've already done some great games like Ori and the Blind Forest, Shadow of the Colossus, Chrono Trigger. That's up your alley. We're happy to have you for whatever we're playing, but if you're just here for Metroid, that's cool too. Said Mondays and Tuesdays typically right now. I really like the giant bioform thing. I don't think... I guess I can go back into this room with the white door and try going that way. That's where the dude is. Let's try going in that direction. I think something's changed now. Bollocks. Bollocks. One more again. It's good that they added the little like dripping green stuff there to kind of draw your eye to it. It's already kind of hard to see that in the first place. Yeah, we've been here before. But things have changed now, I think. Right. got a energy tank there earlier. Oh, that might be... Did you turn this on already? Yes. Okay. Pop out through each of these morph ball doors and see where it takes us. Tilt's been in here. Oh. Nice, Leon. I'm really bad with when it comes to alcohol. I don't drink very often, so I kind of have this like the opposite snobbery where I'm like all alcohol's the same. There's a funny XKCD comic about like, can't we all pretend that beer just basically tastes generally bad and doesn't really taste different, and stop pretending like different brews are different tasting? Okay, I think we just go straight out of this room. We don't go in the morph ball areas. Oh, great. Oh. Tried to trick me. Onto your shenanigans, game. Right. That was the door that we wanted to get to before. Just the two, right? Yeah, that's it. Oh, I see. Yeah, there's like a elevator in there. Is that how we get up? It must be. But there's also something in there. Alright, let's take this elevator down and see if we can figure it out. I think it's just whether you drink frequently or not. That's really all it is. Not any more complicated than that. Sort of like coffee. Like, if you don't drink coffee all the time, coffee just tastes like coffee. Yeah. No, I'm a reverse snob. I don't really care for... Whatever we're supposed to do in this room, I think we can do it now. I don't think we're supposed to leave here yet. I mean, it would be great if we had a spider ball, but we don't. That's how I would climb up there if I could. I want to get to that white door. Like, this is totally the way forward, right? There's two exits on the left and right. One is orange and one is white. Right. Determined unsuccessful. All attempts using Metroid as a weapon power source have failed. Experiment status report update. Metroid Project Dread is nearing the final stages of completion. That sounds great. Let's call it Project that. I was able to open the door from down here. That's a start. Can't really use the screw attack to climb vertically. You can use it to get horizontal distance. Don't think I can get in here at all. That's what I want to do, though. Why are they bothering having it cycle? Is there a way to get it higher in this room by other means? I think so. That's the only door to get in here. Okay, there's the pirate alarms. Let me try looking up. Maybe there's like a ledge I can grab onto. It's not immediately obvious. Bust those open just for funsies. You're in chat, and you know what I'm supposed to do in this room. I would actually welcome a tip at this point. I know I need to get either to that door. Well, maybe I can jump on this. Looks like you kind of can, but not really. Maybe I need to use the X-ray visor for something. No, that was just to man that door there. Nothing in the eggs. Nothing to scan, nothing shows up. Is it one of those, like, when in doubt, use your ship thing? Look like it. The last thing we did was set the power in this thing. We removed the energy tank from it. I'm gonna check real quick. We're not spending a ton of time on here. Let's see. I'm checking. I think we're getting there. Meet with captured GF Trooper, okay. Central column of the main room. I think that there's a morph ball lift somewhere in this room that I'm missing. Let me check all the edges of the room here. This is the right room, right? This is Metroid processing, yes. Looking for a lift here somewhere. It's not this. That's going to be the spider ball, which we don't have yet. Probably doesn't involve anything with this here. Just unhatched Metroid eggs. Go back down the elevator right quick. We already soldered this back together, right? Hey Yahan, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, is there a way to get in here with the morph ball? Maybe that's what it is. Ah, there we go. Man, I didn't even see that. Glad I didn't like leave the room and go try to explore the rest of the place, because that was correct. All right, which way is better? I guess they both go there eventually. Probably left though. This might be a save room. Let's deal with this. That's bomb? So in that case, that makes it easier for me to notice that. I almost would have liked a cap on the thing that took me in here. Oh, cool. That's a neat puzzle. Oh, I didn't realize that that was top down. I got a missile expansion. There's the Metroid chilling there. I see, there's only 2 possible locations. Probably good. Cool, alright. We haven't been over it this way, but I don't think we can safely go this way with the acid rain. Let's come back here later. Jolly Roger drone. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Yahan. Andrea gets migraines really bad. That feel. It's just the 4. Looks like it. It's gonna drop another, yeah, screw attack wall. Cool. I do like the way they integrated wall jumping into this. Wall jumping is one of my favorite, like, cross-game mechanics. Did this land me up higher? It did. Weird. Let's keep moving. What's this? This is X-ray, right? No, X-ray data. After our liberation, she left us adrift. We thought this a test of our loyalty, and so we endured. Some said she abandoned us. They were promptly shot. Disciples do not doubt their leader. When she returned, it was on the back of a titanic starborn beast. As we groveled in awe, she ordered us to follow the beast through a rift in space, a wormhole. Some refused to follow, afraid of the unknown. They too were shot. Disciples must be fearless. Once through the rift, we saw a singular wonder. Phase, the source of all phazon in the cosmos. Phase, the home of our glorious leader. So that must be where the phazon meteors are coming from. Good to hear, Yahan. Good to hear. Oh, interesting. I don't think we've seen one of those before. Looks like it moved a missile expansion. There's my... maybe that's Spireball. Given the tracks everywhere, maybe. Magnetic rail. Spiderball is probably the coolest 3D Metroid exclusive upgrade. Or is it exclusive to 3D Metroids? I don't remember getting it in another one. Maybe you did. In the 2D games. The visors are neat too. Yahan. I have to be careful not to mention Dead Space, because if Chaos is in chat, he spends his SP to vote for it every time I say it. It's like invoking Beetlejuice. Oh really? It's in Metroid 2, Leon?
As I'm sure you know, the path to the seed entrance is exposed to the acid rain. However, I've seen the pirates using a special suit shield that protects them from the elements. If you can acquire one of these shield units, you could probably make it to the seed. Lucky for you, I've seen where they made these devices. Here are the coordinates.
Alright, Yahan. I'll have to say Dead Space, Dead Space, Dead Space, so long as he's not here.
I even know a back entrance to that location, but we'll need your help activating the lift that takes us there. We've got to engage
That's cool,
the
Leon.
security levers simultaneously.
Yeah, I hope that Metroid 2's remake gets finished. It would be nice if, like, Nintendo would just make one officially.
I'll call out the instructions. We must synchronize our movements or the security clamps won't release. Are you ready? Pull. Twist. Push.
Cool.
Let's get going.
Flare wing you around. Kami's summoning you. Damn it, Yukupo. Shh. He might. He could. I wouldn't put it past him. Let's see. Power to critical facility systems. This dude is gonna die. That's just so unusual to have, like, another person who's on your side in Metroid. This is not... You shouldn't just not have other characters in Metroid because that's what's always been done, but I don't think it horribly affects the mood of this game. The first couple hours are pretty un-Metroid-y, but as soon as you get... they allow you to leave on your ship and do whatever you want. It goes back to normal. These occasional kind of encounters with other sapient beings that aren't trying to kill you. Oh. Kind of aren't trying to kill us. Bad idea, dude. Oh, that's right. This isn't a marine. I take it all back. This is the shapeshifter. I should have been expecting that. Yahan.
You know, you should never
Good joke.
trust strangers, Sammy. This is gonna be fun.
Alright. Turn into the other ones we fought. Metamorphic platform able to mimic numerous enemy units in battle. Cool. Whoa. Shake her off. Uh-oh. Oh right, we fought this thing before. cool design for a fight. They only show you the command to shake her off once. Where is she? Jumping around. Swarmbot G can be overloaded to destroy them. Alright, that's a good way to get stuff back, it looks like. Yeah, it's hard to hit her. She's all over the place. Yeah, happy birthday. It's a good day to have as a birthday, 11/11. This is the one that I can deflect stuff at, right? Yeah. Might be the key to doing this fight well, is to get your deflections off. Cool. That went decently. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we don't want to go against the edges now. Oh, this dude. This is Frozone. Alright. Oh wait, I'm supposed to like grab it, aren't I? Forgot all about how to do this fight correctly. Oh, no! God. I really gotta get some health back. Hopefully these things will start dropping health upgrades. Or I need to stop using hyper mode. We're low on health now. I'm gonna save hyper mode for a while. I think most of your opportunity to damage her occurs while she's transformed. What do those do? Oh, cool. Did she boost ball at me? Samus G. Power beam and boost ball in line can only reach ground targets. Okay, so we want to stay on the ground, or stay in the air. You know what would be swell? Some Phazon upgrades. Yeah, that hits pretty hard. I'm gonna be careful spamming the jump button here to avoid her. Don't want to screw attack. Take a bunch of damage for no reason. We might lose this one because I was a little too aggressive with my use of stuff at the beginning of the fight. That's okay. We can get back here pretty easily, I think. Where is she? Oh, I think she's... Come on. Where is she now? Come on. Try to track wherever she is. Get her! Get her! Come on. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Just trying to be as conservative as possible. Okay, cool. So you can interrupt her big beam attack. You do a charge shot. Now. Because what we want to be doing is using the beam shot more often. Oh god. Where is she? I'm too close to her. Maybe she overloaded my thing. There we go. I can see her. Come on. Come on. So close. As long as we stay conservative here, we should be okay. Got her. That was pretty rough. Hey, Super JJ. So I might be having landlords stop by today. They're doing some inspection. If that happens, I might pause the stream for just a minute or two, throw up the PRB. I don't know when they're planning to pop in. It's either today or tomorrow. It might be before stream tomorrow. Dark Samus has been possessing all of our bounty hunter friends. Apparently she ain't tried to possess Samus at all. Oh, what's this? That doesn't look familiar. I thought we were getting the spider ball next. Now what's she gonna give us? Hey Zeke, how you been? Grapple voltage. I guess she does do that to you. When attached to grapple, use... Oh, that's cool. So they don't have to give you like a wave beam replaces your plasma beam. They can put it on your grapple. Pretty neat. So we should be able to grab this thing. Oh, and it heals you too. That's really neat. You're using it to power it down, but it makes sense for it to give you some health. So that should let us get through all those like phase-on plates we've seen so far. Map of the transit pathway is currently in Transit Station 1 Bravo, connects research facility area. That's a smart way to do that upgrade though, without, because then if you got like a wave beam and it replaced the plasma beam, then it wouldn't make sense for you to be melting stuff anymore, or like fusing circuits together. It's a shame that the power you got from her wasn't more like mimicry related, but I think that's like her race, not her ability. That she's a shapeshifter. What does this one say now? Can it be used again? Cool. Okay with that? This will probably let me direct where I want to go, right? Theory. For schedule update, we're playing Metroid Prime 3 for another hour and 20 minutes before we switch to Final Fantasy X. And it will return next week, Monday or Tuesday, around the same time. Check the schedule below the stream if you wanted to come back for that. Yeah, no, it absolutely does make sense. They include that in the fight, so it makes sense when they unlock it for you. I don't know how they could have given you a mimic power anyway. I think her just being a mimic was a cool way for them to reuse some of their boss fight mechanics. And it adds to the universe lore. So yeah, I think the grapple beam makes a lot more sense. So this is how I would go back, I guess. Can't be used. Sure, it's because it's already here. Makes sense. Oh man, got some lore. Leviathan. Our leader provided us with great wisdom on many subjects, including the improvement of our mighty battleship Colossus. We followed her teachings and turned our vessel into a ship without peer, but more work remained. Dark Samus required a mighty flagship, one to strike terror in the hearts of her enemies. The might of Colossus was not enough. She demanded more. Her solution was unique and most excellent. We took her great Star Beast and fitted it with cybernetic weapon systems. Crew, quarters, and command consoles were placed within the beast's skull. In time, we created a mighty dreadnought and called it Leviathan. The great leader was pleased. Cool. I like the whole idea of biological ships. Also shows up quite a bit in the now non-canonical Star Wars Expanded Universe. You heard of the Yuuzhan Vong?
Samus, Unit 217 has discovered evidence of hidden
Or
Chozo
extragalactic
artifacts on
race that
Saturn.
uses like all biological technology.
Perhaps these could assist you in accessing the rest of the pirate base.
Game seems to be pretty good about giving you a general idea of where you should be going. Yeah. Depowered. Deltated. How convenient. Puts me right back in front of my ship. Right, and that's because they come from outside of the galaxy that Star Wars takes place in, right? So it's implied that the Star Wars galaxy is special. The Force only exists there. Yeah, I could see that, Mega Man. We'll look at the visor again next time we land. Got all kinds of new places we can go to now. I think this is where we're supposed to go. I'll fly there and I'll check all the different maps until we find the one that has the question mark. Let's see. Ah, yeah, there is something here. Oh, wait, no, that's the acid rain that we don't have a way to get past yet, so we don't need to worry about that just yet. Don't think we can get through any of these other transit stations at the moment. Maybe it's time to go back and explore some of the other planets now that we have this electric thing. Lets us get through those phazon panels, I believe. Well, she's got this phazon corruption thing going on, so it's like a blue, dark blue color. Let's see. Yeah, I can hear that burner. Very deep, like navy blue. You guys hear that the terminally ill guy who Lucasfilm let him see an early cut of the new Star Wars movie, he died, I think it was this morning. I'm glad he was able to see it. That was pretty cool. They were able to make that happen. There's a movie that was based on that same idea back when, shortly after Phantom Menace came out, called Fanboys. It wasn't a documentary. I think it was a fictional account of a bunch of people trying to break into Skywalker Ranch to show their terminally ill friend, Phantom Menace, before it came out. So it was cool that it happened for real. Really excited for that movie, man. Need to be careful. I've been burned in the past. I think this is my favorite planet in this game. It was fictional. Let's pop across here. There used to be a big, like, dock, but that's what we use to go down and destroy the seed. It is gone now. That loud, like, crumping sound everywhere. And do I power it or do I give it power? It's cool. Oh, you give it power, okay. When you give it power, it actually drains some of your energy too. Self-consistent. Cherenkov blue. Hey, Spiky. Cherenkov radiation is this kind of bluish light that appears when light travels faster in a given medium than it normally travels in that medium. So like, light can't travel faster than its set speed in a vacuum, but light has a default speed that it typically travels in water. If it travels faster than that speed in water, it gives off this kind of blue light. Andrea talked to astronaut guy who was saying that like when you go out in space, you can actually see the Cherenkov flashes. Cherenkov. Right. What's this thing? Rain. Cool. It sounds like my landlords are here. I'm gonna go on mute for a bit. I'll keep.
僕ですか？
Thanks for bearing through that. Landlord inspection is done. They had to replace our fire alarm and go fix the AC filter. Robin, if I'm not sure if you're still around, but thank you again for the follow. Appreciate that. Good to have you. I think we want to go this way, right? We just got the spider ball. We learned about Elysia, which is the first super robot built by the Chozo. I really do like Elysia is my favorite planet in this game. Crap. Careful to drop there. Hey Chaos, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Not only do I dig the idea of an aerostat colony in the clouds of a Venus-like planet, I really like the whole, there are these robots that the Chozo built that didn't turn evil. I kind of get sick of the whole evil AI trope that we see everywhere. Crap, no! Phew! And while I get it, like, AI is dangerous, it seems so consistent that if something's a robot, it must be bad. Right? It's its own self-sufficient sapient robot race. Cool. I think I want to go the hard way. I can see what's up here, if there is anything. This looks like this is the way forward, though, right? Yeah, let's go the other way and see if there's like a... Expect there to be like a missile expansion down there. Expansion. What's the deal with this section down here? Does it actually serve a purpose? Is this just to catch you if you make a mistake, maybe? I'm not sure. I feel like there'd be something over there, but I'll live without it for now. I feel like they handled the boost a little bit better in this one. The controls are a little wonky. Boosting off of the magnetic rail in Metroid Prime 2. You're a little wonky. Cool, there we go. Now there's spider ball tracks everywhere. Plenty of opportunity to search them down. Gear system is active and operational. just mean we can't go through here? I think this is where we came from, right? We don't want to drop down here. We've already been here. Double check the map, confirm that. Yeah, yeah. Toad's already been on this side. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it, Chaos. I would love to play a game as a Chozo warrior. Do you like a Metroid prequel? Since her suit is all Chozo technology, there must have been like a whole race of people that walked around power suits, turning into balls all the time. Huh. Not an easy way for me to return from here. I can try just manually jumping over there. Why I couldn't do that in the first place earlier? Must have been the gate blocking us. Let's see. I think it might be the one that's straight in front of us. You can only get 5 jumps though. Yeah. Huh. Oh, there's probably a spider ball track here, isn't there? Yeah, got it. Although I'm also cool with them just being behind the scenes, you know. Cool bird statues. Jump. Yeah, let's not do that. Hopefully this leads to an energy tank, it looks like. Alright. Looks like a lot of the secret energy tanks in this one require that you do the morph bomb jump, which I don't think the game ever explicitly tells you how to do. That's okay. Jump. Oh wow, I'm surprised that worked. It's cool, I'll take it. Such a cool item, a spider ball. It's a cool way to get you used to it there too. This game's pretty good about making sure you use whatever upgrade you just found for a while after you earn it. It can be easy to kind of lose track of what upgrades you have access to in Metroid Prime games. Keeping them in use throughout. The one upgrade they don't do a particularly awesome job with in this, I think, is the hyper mode morph ball attack that you use. That one, you only use it a few times in the game, and it's very easy to forget that you even have access to it. I guess they wouldn't have a lot of reasons for you to be using it, though, so I get it. They've got a plan that's... this whole planet is basically built for several of the upgrades.
Samus, this is Admiral Dane. I've ordered the Federation fleet to walk to the pirate homeworld and begin the invasion.
That sounds like that's going to work out well.
I think it's time we took the fight to them. We'll contact you when we're ready to commence our assault.
Cool. I think we just need to go back to the ship now. Oh, this is going the wrong way. I want to go back this way. Oh, it's me. Drunk. This door right here? It might be. No. It's to the left, and then on the right. Got it. This guy, I think, right? Yes, this is correct. Cool. Getting out of Dodge, going back to the pirate homeworld. I'm sure that their plan to invade is going to be really successful. They're not just going to get completely wiped out and Samus is going to have to save them by herself, right? I suppose that's true, Burner. And there's no reason it shouldn't be effective aside from, like, reading the video game tropes. Unknown solar system. Probably say unknown star system if you want to be pedantic. Solar specifically refers to Sol, our sun. It's like using lunar to refer to anything other than Earth's moon. They're pretty good about Terran. I don't see them use Terra just refer to any old planet. That specifically means Earth most of the time. Right, Chaos. You just show up and it was really effective. Turns out tens of thousands of Marines can do more than one elite soldier. I know, it's bizarre. Who'd have thought it? We're looking for spider ball tracks now. There are plenty of them all over the place. That's what we want.
Samus, the Federation Armada is now in orbit above the pirate homeworld. We're ready for the final assault, but the base is protected by a barrier that prevents us from landing. We need you to disable this defense system. Unit 242 has located its control center. Here are the coordinates.
Alright, coordinates. Woo! Okay, can do that. This lift is in a state of disrepair. Man, I ain't trying to hear no disrepair on the lift. What does this thing say? Cool. Nice. That's pretty neat. It's a cool set piece, cool way to hide the item, right? Don't think there's a compelling reason to drop in that hole. In fact, it probably leads to nothing. Yeah, thought so. Worth checking, though. It's always worth checking. You never know. Ah, welcome back, Yukipo. Andrew's a pretty big fan of green tea. Oh, right. This came from the other direction. Is there, though? This might be the way we want to go, but we don't have a green weapon yet. Is there another way to get into that room? It looks like it. Okay, well, we'll just keep going this way then. I was like, Chaos isn't here, so... Ah, okay, so I still do get some kind of wave beam that lets me shoot through that wall, I guess. Don't have it yet. Let's keep moving. Alright, Yahan, midnight over there? Alright, so there was totally at least one spider ball track in this room, and this is where we need to be, so that's great. That's just swell. It's just a preview room? Is there anything I can do in here? Seems kind of like a silly room, right? Must have gotten something in here when I came here the first time. Let's see. No, I think I have to go at it from a different direction. To go up that lift. Does it say there's a door? It says there's an entrance into it, but I don't see it. Let me go up one more time. Make sure I'm not crazy here. Oh, I guess it is a door into a room that is then a dead end. It looks like it connects into the main tower, but it doesn't really. Okay. Alright. Can't get through that yet. Is there another way to get into the tower room? Could try going this way. And actually, it looks like there's a door there we can try taking as well. Fancy loading screen. Let's review. Looks like that connects to the second floor, right? I think so. Up we go. Nice. Smile whenever I see a vote for Shenmue. Mario Galaxy is now also on the list. Figure we'll collapse that wave function. That doesn't look great. Yeah. Can you not? Even trying to hear that. Oh, I can't use it while I'm taking damage. That's smart. Holy crap, you take a lot of damage out there. Alright, well, we're not going to repeat that mistake. Good God. Not screwing around. If I don't say that? Let's shoot at these guys. Can't use hyper mode, for sure. Hopefully I can kill him without it and get some health out of him. Whew, okay. Stop the incessant beeping. Try to turn off that alarm wherever it is. Crap. How you doing, Moon Crusher? Now, there's the alarm, but now it's too late. There's dudes here somewhere. Playing it safe. Low on health. I don't want to hear a beeping sound. Uh-oh. Can you not do that? Drop some health, please. Please, 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 please drop health. You didn't drop health. You did not what I asked you to do. That kid dropped health, though. Good, good, good. Right, Chaos? This sounds more like something you would sing. I agree. Stop the guy from spawning here. Oh, there's another one I still have to hit, apparently. Come on. Jump. Whoa, what's up, buddy? I like how you can hit him multiple times with your own weapon. Yeah. It's almost like having a super missile. Shooting the same target multiple times with it. Okay, alright. I think they added those alarms. I don't think they were here when we came here the first time. Spider ball here, isn't there? I think so. Yeah, that's the ticket. I got a missile expansion. Nice. Why would they? I guess it's okay. I guess we've never scanned one since we got the spider ball. It just calls it a generic magnetic track until then. It's 2 o'clock. We're going to be playing Metroid Prime 3 for another 1 hour before switching to Final Fantasy X today. Take that. Oh god. Can't learn my lesson. I think there's still one that I can't get to. If I trigger the alarm, I'm going to have to deal with something no matter what. I don't know where he spawns, though. There's probably just one. There he is. Get him! Let's take the elevator, see what happens. Try to be a little bit more cognizant of... Oh, it's just a shortcut, I think. So to spend more time in this mode to look for alarms. We're not hitting. We have to, like, plan out our move here in advance. Yeah. Nope. Pretty much just gonna hit him in this path, it looks like. It's just in a circle? It might be. Yeah, we've been here before. I wonder what climbing up there gives us. I'm not sure what the advantage is. Maybe there's a different direction I need to go this time. Let's try it again. Jump. So there's an elevator we can trigger. We can go left maybe. It's not what we did not do before. Yeah, I think this is a new room. Go through this thing. What we got? Back here, huh? So what did we accomplish exactly by using that? Was the maybe it's just that the magnetic rail is just to get a missile expansion. It looked like it was something more important than that, but maybe not. This is the room we need to be in, right? It's a question mark on it. Oh no, it's a little bit over to the right. Let's see if we can get into that area. Good thing those give you so much health. Yeah, screw that thing. We already charged this thing up. I don't think there's anything else for us to do with it right now. I mean, climb this thing, but it just takes us back into the central chamber. That's not phase on. That's a missile. Look, there is an exit into the central chamber. Try going this way. This looks more like the room we were trying to go to. Yeah, I think this is where we want to be. Looks right. Nothing to do on that section. Probably have to go on the other side here. Sec. Yeah, this way. We've been to this room, but I don't think we've actually been inside the room. We've been below it and above it, but not in it. Okay. It's a way for us to get back in there from here. I don't think there's anything else to do with this one. Yeah. It'd be great as if those had health power-ups in them, so I can get that beeping to go away. Okay, we still can't go through that wall. This one's offline. Yeah, I think this looped us around. I don't know if we can get in there without the weapon that lets us shoot through a green door. Let me go back to my ship to get this beeping to stop. It's like when you're low on hearts in Zelda. Like, you don't want it because you're concerned about gaming over. You want it because you're concerned about the sound effect going away. I think we might need to go to another planet and get another upgrade using the grapple thing we just got. This should take us straight there. It's not that long of a walk, if I remember. I think there are any enemies on the way. Cool. Resolved. Thanks for bearing with that lovely alarm sound. Step out. I'm going to make one more pass on the pirate homeworld to see if we can find what we now have access to. Get past the acid rain. Disable the defense system. Courtyard. We could take the train back too. We haven't been on that side of the map since we first got here. It's on one of these sides, right? It's behind our ship. Actually pretty cleverly hidden from us when we first got here. It might be that we have to take the Samus's gunship to the other landing site. Let's do that real quick. That's the area we haven't really explored closely. The main thing that we got from coming here was a couple missile expansions with the Spider Ball upgrade. Do a really good job of disguising loading screens in this game. Some games are terribly obvious with it. That all made sense. Alright, so we want to go behind the ship. This landing site. Yeah, that's the ticket. Just get on here and ride it, I think. Come on, ride the train and ride it. You preempt the motion, it kind of confuses the Wiimote a little bit. You know that you're just supposed to pull it back and then push it down. You try to push it down too early, it gets really confused as to where its state is. They made it pretty forgiving though, you can get around it without too much trouble. Alright. Now we're here, except now we've got the spider balls. We're keeping an eye out for magnetic rails. Take this thing down. This is where we fought Butts or Nuts. Gandrayda, the shapeshifter. Control unit access denied. Able to bypass security codes. Okay. Now there's places to get power-ups. Now that we don't need them anymore. That's tricky, like, how do you place your power-ups in your game? Usually you want to have it in response to an area where you expect the player to take a lot of damage. They're usually invisible to the player. This is new. It gets us something important. To avoid the acid rain. Ooh, that looks like a thing. What is that? Hazard shield. Great, that's exactly what we need. Alright, so how do we get to it? Well, I think we jump in here. Excuse me, what can you tell me about the four voodoo? Have you seen a man with a tattoo? What does it do? Oh, is it like a spinner? It's a spinner. Okay, makes more sense. Try the other one. Don't know if that's where we need to go, but we can use it to explore. Yeah. So you've specifically seen the the Mega 64 Shenmue parody, Yukupo. That's the phrasing they use. Excuse me. I'm sure that most people, it's pretty accurate. Alright. Cool. I like how they keep it in a little containment thing. Alright, new suit. Oh man, probably one of the coolest looking suits. Sort of like a variation on the Varia suit. Acid rain and fuel gel. Okay, that's cool. So they were clever, like, if you're gonna have a mechanic that you want the player to be able to pass through an area, only once they're immune to the ambient damage, you need to make sure that the player can't, like, cheat their way through it by getting a whole bunch of health and just running through as fast as they can. And the way they did that is by having the switch that you need to power that's interrupted whenever you take damage. I'll show it when we go into the main room after this. It's pretty clever. Jump. I found a switch. I found a switch. Don't know what it does, but that's pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. You see the little rain effect on the visor? Oh, that's cool. There's like a effect on her when you're standing in the acid rain. Uh-oh. He's calling the alarm. So I can't disable it when he triggers it that way. Hyper mode failure. Ain't even trying to hear that. Where'd he go? There he is. What are you doing stealthing around? That is on the list of things I ain't trying to hear. There's something else out here that's trying to shoot at me. They're all rooms we've been in before. Yeah, it's not just like a key to get you past Acid Rain. Exactly. Chaos. It's more of a key-like item, but I think it's introduced in a cool way. Sometimes, you know, you need to give someone a key. For story reasons, if you want someone to have a suit upgrade that protects them from the elements, there's no way you're getting around that just being a key. Is there a safe spot? There we go. Hey, Darkstar, welcome back. Alright, we want to get back to the ship. Well, we could try seeing if there's anything to do in that room. Go right straight across here. Nope. No, 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 no. So we should be able to do this room now, when previously we couldn't. Jump. Yeah, I don't think you could climb that in the Acid Rain. What's the deal with this? Alright, so we gotta go... Boom! Hooray! Found some lore? Okay, that's not it. I thought it was just like lore at the end of the hallway. Taking Valhalla. The vision of our leader is vast indeed. As we prepared for war with the hated Galactic Federation, she decided she required one of their great machines to better control her living planet. We then set out to bring an Aurora unit to Dark Samus. Ah, so this is like them getting a mother brain. Bribes led us to the location of our prize, the battleship Valhalla. Crewed with green recruits on a training mission, she was ours for the taking. One of the mightiest ships in the cosmos was no match for the phazon-powered weapons of the Colossus. We rendered Valhalla helpless, then sent raiders to claim our prize. The Aurora was ours. There was to be no mercy for the Federation dogs. At the command of Dark Samus, we jettisoned the crew into the frigid depths of space, leaving the wreck of Valhalla as a warning to the Federation. Let them tremble before our might. Spinner controls are inactive. Unable to open holding cell. Unable to interact with surface while panels are released. Okay. This looks like a puzzle to get like a minor upgrade. Maybe like an energy tank or a missile expansion. Okay, cool. I get it. Let's go on this one. It's a really interesting bit of machinery in here. Whoa. Raise your hand if you expected that to happen. A Metroid Hatcher pops out. When the head's interior is damaged, the tendrils can be ripped off. Okay. me drop this, figure out where I'm supposed to shoot at. I have to get behind it. Looks like it might have a weak spot. Okay, I can hit the tentacles. Can I, like, multi-target them? Yes, I can. Ow. I wonder how the game decides whether you can, like, multi-target the same thing if it looks for other targets on the field. It would suck if it made you waste your ammo all the time, right? Ow. Okay, same deal, nothing new. Still can't shoot him. Oh, great. I love dudes that spawn Metroids in the middle of the fight. Come on. Come on. Okay, so that does damage each time we get him to that point, sure. And then we repeat. Got it. I can do this thing. Need to fire that before he starts spinning. I think he's immune while he's spinning at me like that. Come on. Where you at? There we go. Ah, you span at me. Jerk. Get him. There we go. Jake it. I might need to just, like, hyper mode shoot it. Raise your hand if you haven't played the game before and expected that to happen. Alright, so he's gonna pop out another Metroid here soon. Rip it. Got it. Make you take damage if you let it auto event like that. Okay. Probably gotta do that like one more time and then we should be good. No, I think we need to stick with missiles. Trying to shoot at it is really hard. It moves around a lot. It's just one now too. It should be a little bit easier to hit, I think. Come on. Ow. Man, homing missiles suck. They don't like to actually home very much. Come on. Here we go. Last one. Got him. Don't let it fill up all the way or you take a bunch of damage. I do like the whole concept of like getting overloaded with phase on and having to manage that. Cute boss fight though. That was pretty rough, though. Looks like this goes to an energy tank. I'll take it. Much more important in this game than some of the earlier titles because of hyper mode. Oh, okay. Now, I want to go get to that energy tank before I leave. I think I can. Where does this go? Guess I can go in here and hit the save point before I come back and try to get to the energy tank. One sec. Okay, there's another transit station. That's cool. Been a while since we've gotten to like a legit save point and not just our ship. Really cool looking armor, man. We use gamers like shoulder pads in video games, right? Let's see. Yeah. Whoa, are those like mini Metroids? Mini-roids. That's great. Okay, so you see the energy tank there? I'm trying to figure out how I get to it. Not entirely sure where this is spitting me around. Oh, that's a, like, legit, for real Metroid. Oh, I see it here. I missed it last time. Nope. No, 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 no. Hey, Nulu. How you doing? Seeing ya. Alright. GG. The one that was phasing at me up on the roof? You sure about that? Looks like a for real Metroid to me. The mini-roids can't phase. You can tell them apart. Oh, I see. Spooky ghost Metroid. Let's activate this guy. Probably need the... yeah, X-ray. Oh, maybe not. We just had to turn it on. Sam was like, I just want to see my skeletal hand. Right. Don't know if there's actually anything we need to get to on the other side of this. I think we've used this lift before. Yeah, this might be a brand new area. We could totally go to the main, like, get past the acid rain marker on our map, but I kind of want to explore around before we head there. I find myself kind of longing for that ability in Phantom Hourglass to draw on the map. I really am enjoying that game. I was surprised. For some reason I had a bad memory of it, but playing it again, it's pretty well done. Their puzzle design improves when they can count on the player to be able to write stuff down. Cool music. Yeah, I'm all about concussive blasts. Fancy loading screen. And it's cool that they go to the trouble of making their loading screens distinct from one another. It's not just elevators, right? It's not just long hallways. Oh, this song is familiar. Is this a remix of a Super Metroid song? Sounds like it. totally is, man. Nah, dudes, I got protection against acid rain now. Cool. Let's turn this thing off, it looks like. Yeah. Excellent. Drain releases sewage into a pipe network in the floor to be pumped out of the facility. Gross. Oh, what are these things? Other than refilling ammo. I was in Mount Gagazet right before the next people quit the game boss fight. I'm probably gonna have to do a little bit of grinding. I know I need to get my Aeons built up, get some more overdrives for them. I officially said, screw you, future Dylan, future Marstead at the time. I thought about maybe going ahead and... Oh crap, that's pretty bad. No, anyway, I thought about maybe getting the overdrives before I signed off last week, but I was tired. So now I have to pay for the decisions of past Marstead. Shouldn't take that long though, like maybe 20 minutes to get everyone's overdrives set up. Yeah, right, Yukipo? It's one of 2 remaining boss fights that are pretty nasty, that cause people to quit the game. There's a total of 4, I would say, in the game. We've already passed 2 of them. We got through Evray, the dragon monster on the airship, and Seymour. I will not be doing penance, no. At least not part of this playthrough. I would love to. Maybe if I like end up playing any Final Fantasy X in my spare time, if I'm going to play it in my spare time, I may as well stream it. Not during normal stream hours though, since it would take so long to build up to it. It's like twice or even 3 times again the length of the whole game up to that point to grind up high enough to handle the monster arena things. Because you got to like cover the whole sphere grid. Purification. Our great leader, with the aid of our captured Aurora unit, has discovered many of Phase's secrets. Dark Samus can now command the living world to send forth Phazon seeds. She was eager to test this new power. When we heard the first world to receive this blessing was our homeworld, we rejoiced. The seed was sent into the void and quickly made its way to our homeworld. Our brethren foolishly tried to repel it, but their efforts were in vain. To think once we were as pathetic as them. Now the deed is done, and slowly our homeworld becomes like Phase. Soon there will be 2 living planets, 2 Phazon sources for our great leader to use as she sees fit. Soon there will be thousands of new disciples for her to command. Dark Samus is creepy. Cool, I'm excited for it, Kami. I've got it all set up. There's some deputy mods out there. Spikey's played it, D-Rock has played it. If you're a mod and would like to play Undertale before Thursday, it's only like 6 hours long, just to help control spoilers. I guess a lot of walk-ins will just spam spoilers in chat. And folks with new mod ships, if you're interested in it, you can probably keep the powers. I think we're at a decent viewership level to have that many mods. How? Unable to open all the center's defense system is online. Okay, sure. Maybe I can get to the defense system now, though. Yeah, it sounds like it's a game that you really need to experience yourself, so... I don't think I changed it, Darkstar. Let's see. I mean, the email I sent to the subscriber forum was just who the winners were. It didn't give an order in which I was going to play. But maybe that's the discrepancy. Nice, Kami. Ah, okay, we're back here now. We're listening to this cool remix of a song from Super Metroid. Now, oh, jeez, Reaper Cheap. That is a very large number of deaths. 24,000? This wasn't the needle game, right? Or was it? We've been in this room. Like, legit been in the room. Let's see. I think there are other rooms that I could get to now that I have the hazard suit that were previously inaccessible. I should keep an eye out for those. Hi, Polly. Cat hype. Can't quite see him yet. There he is. This is our foster kitty. Oh, I think he's just asking for food. You son of a bitch. I really thought you wanted to snuggle. Look at this. If you didn't check it out, you should Google Bit Brigade at PAX 2015. It was so cool. They're the band. Oh, we've already been here. Interesting. Okay, well, let's try going up around. They're the band where they're fronted by a speedrunner, and the speedrunner plays through a game, and they play the soundtrack to the game in the background. Usually they play a bunch of related songs from the series. So at PAX this past year, they did Metroid, and it was really, really cool hearing the band play those tunes. So we can't get through there. We can try going back this way. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my mod amount low. You don't want to have too high of a ratio of mods to normal viewers. It can be really intimidating. I originally had all of my real-life friends modded. They were the majority of my like audience at the very beginning. Would pop in, see a bunch of swords talking, and be like, "Nope, out of there." Yeah, check it out. I went to PAX this last year, so I got to see him live. But I think Twitch recorded the whole thing, so you can watch the stream of Bit Brigade. Saw them last year in 2014 as well. They did Zelda, like Zelda 1 was the playthrough. So yeah, Zelda 1 only has like 4 or 5 songs, but each time they went into a different dungeon, they played a different Zelda song. Really neat. If you ever go to PAX or like MagFest or the like and you see them playing, I recommend you check them out. Them and I think Proto Men are my 2 favorite video game related bands. Alright, let's see. Could go through here. Hey D-Rock, how you doing? That's already been activated and there's nothing else for us to do with it. What's changed since we came here last? I think now we've got a hazard suit, but I don't think that really matters for our ability to progress through this area. We can try going to the basement and heading through there. Let's see. Oh, I wasn't on time. Boo, boo earns. There he is. Come on. Bring it on. Yeah, I get it. You're a space pirate. You want to fight. It's all well and good. Okay, so this is the room we want to be in, but we need to find a way to get up. We've been in here a couple times, but I don't think we've ever actually been in the room proper. This was the site of an upgrade before, I think. Awesome, D-Rock. Hey, I'm exploring. Andrew is like, have fun streaming today. Don't let Darkstar get to you if he gives you shit for getting lost. Tell him you're exploring. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to have access to get through this door. Because I've been in this room a bajillion times, but I haven't actually been in the room proper. I don't know where to go to get the item, though. I could try going left, maybe. Hey, Marco. How you doing? Oh, man. I forgot that it's in Boston, D-Rock. That's going to be cool for you. I heard that people who are really familiar with the DC metro area have a lot of fun with Fallout 3. They're pretty good about making it consistent. Like, what do we have? I guess we could go back to the first area. Let's go check out the ship here. Hey, the Uprising, how you doing? Good to hear it, Jahan. I think we ended up looping all the way around. Like, we came from the other area at first. Let's review our map too. Andrew's there for the Fermi Symposium. There's 2A, which I don't think is accessible, but maybe if we can find the way to 2A, it'll be what gets us around, you know? Though we might need to go there. Let's see. Where are we right now? Here. We want to get to... We've already been to the command courtyard, and it doesn't let us progress further than where we want to go. 3D map. It looks like there's a room in there that we might... No, that's what we need the green door for, I think. Looks like we can get there, but I don't think we can. Yeah, I think she visits that place all the time. Thanks for sharing that, Andrea. That's what she pinged me about when I started streaming. Got about the time difference. Yeah, hon. Let's see. I think this is actually where we want to be. Like, there's a wall blocking us because we haven't disabled the defenses yet, but I think that's the way we need to go. What did the proton suit of the neutron, D-Rock? Oh, come on. Boom. Don't have time for you, buddy. Oh, sorry, Marco. Did you try watching on YouTube? That might help a little bit. You can watch on YouTube and pop out the Twitch chat. Nice. Just run for it. Don't need to fight these dudes. Better things to do. Yeah, let me know if that works at all, Marco. Hopefully it does. Okay, so this is where we got to. And we couldn't progress because there's a big wall in our face. But there is this pathway here, which it looked like deposited us somewhere we couldn't do anything. Let's see where this put us. Yeah, this is okay. Okay, I think that I didn't go up the spider ball track was the mistake that I made. Cool, Marco. Andrew. Uprising is what's your favorite Metroid game? Alright, perfect. I should probably start moving towards a save point. This is where we needed to go, though. As soon as we cross the transit station, we're going to save the next possible opportunity, and then we're going to be taking a short break before switching to Final Fantasy X. Chunk. Oh yeah? What was going on with the Large Hadron Collider? It's one that was like just on last night. Could probably do my Googling. Okay. No, I don't think we've been here at all. We don't have a map for it. There are 2 exits, which makes me hope one of them is a save point. Cool. Yeah, Metroid Prime's or Metroid Fusion's a really good game. I haven't played it since it came out. I remember it being a little more linear than the other titles, but I thought the story was really cool. I like the way it handled upgrades was cool. So it'll be fun to do on stream. We're gonna get to it for sure. Fusion's definitely the scariest Metroid game, I think, with the SAX stalking you all throughout it. It's the closest thing to horror in the Metroid series, and so there's really nothing you can do about it. Okay, one of them was a save point. Cool. So we'll still keep going for another 4 minutes or so before we switch to Final Fantasy X. I'll just try not to stray too far from the save point here. One of our good friends at the Santa Cruz lab out here in California used to work on the LHC, one of the LHC experiments, Atlas. Oh, Zero Mission? Yeah, I think I like Zero Mission a little bit better. Said before, Zero Mission is the best remake of a video game ever made. I believe that pretty strongly. It is just better than Metroid 1 for the NES in every way. Need to be mined away. Alright, some kind of machine I'm sure we can activate here. It'll let us destroy that stuff. Already destroyed the pirate alarm. Should probably be wary of lasers though. Later, Reaper Cheap. Thanks for hanging out. La Milano will be cool to have on the list. 3DS travel cases. Probably not. I mean, I've just kept mine in my pocket, and that's fine. You could get one of the grip extenders if you have really big hands. I know my dad needed those because he's got big hands. They help make holding it a little bit more comfortable. Oh, I see. Cool. Heck yeah. Look at the work they put into that. I don't think I actually take damage from that because of the hazard suit. Would be my guess anyway. About to find out, I suppose. Actually, we'll go ahead and grab that, and then it'll be a good time. It looks like it cooled off. Good time to go back to the save point and start setting up Final Fantasy X. We're playing from 3 to 6. If you were just here for Metroid today, it will return on the schedule. I'm Marstead. I'm trying to play through and beat every awesome game ever made live on Twitch, knowing that there's too many to play them all. So right now we're working through the Metroid series, typically Mondays and Tuesdays every week. You can check the schedule below the stream to see when it'll be on next. Happy little accident, you know, just wanted to check out the floor of that room a little bit more. I wanted to get exposed to appreciate the nice orange color. What's the Bob Ross yellow color? I know my Thalo blue, Van Dyke brown, titanium white. Don't know my yellow or orange. All right, guys, we'll be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna go feed the cats and get the PlayStation 3 hooked up for Final Fantasy X. We'll be back shortly. Thank you, Chaos.